Tron officially launches its testnet. Audi explores blockchain. Kick to partner with Unity 3D gaming engine. MailChimp canceling newsletters about crypto. And the market continues to slide as even the stock market feels the pain with its worst week since 2016. We get all your headlines mixed with some daily market analysis. I'm Elio Trades, and your FUD TV daily update starts now. Just diving in here on the total market caps, we're going to be able to see here very quickly that everything is red. Bitcoin's red. It's over 10% in its losses, and that is bad. You can never have Bitcoin over 10% in the red and have the day be a good day. It's just not going to be one of those. Switching over to a 3-month view, we see that we're actually really coming right up here, and we're under actually the total market cap that we were at back on February the 6th, where we thought we bottomed out. We can see that we're actually under that market cap here. We're at 266 or 250 billion, right? Where we bottomed out about 275 before. We're definitely in new uncharted territory as far as lows for the year. If we look back at the year as a whole, we can see that, we're coming back down and we're hitting this line of support. We actually blew through this line of support that we hit on November 30th. And so we're in sort of pre-Thanksgiving territory now, which is not a bad thing. What I talk about a lot on this program, what I talk about a lot on this show is Thanksgiving mania. A lot of people don't realize that there was, what we experienced during Thanksgiving around this time was in fact mania. I mean, if you look at the chart before November 22, and then you get Thanksgiving and we just get this iceberg action, just spike, 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 spike. And, it's starting to cool off. And a lot of that exuberance was from new investors that aren't real cryptocurrency enthusiasts, that aren't blockchain experts, that aren't blockchain evangelists, that aren't here for the tech. At any rate, we have a ton of red across the market. We can just check it out very quickly. We have an 8% gain still day over day on XPA, which is the decentralized exchange that we talked about yesterday. We have Bitamin, Eternity, and Kin. Obviously, Kin with the news about their Unity partnership should be giving them a little bit of legs, but the reality is that when the market's sagging like this, nobody wins. We'll be expanding our positions. Just like we were saying, we're accumulating right now. We're seeing this as potentially our cheapest prices that we're going to get maybe all year. Maybe they're about to get way, way cheaper. Very hard to say. There's potentially going to be some serious bearishness going forward. So if you are going to invest or put any more money in this market, just know you could be hodling for quite a bit of time, or this could be the best dip that you ever bought. Who knows? But the reality is that this is getting very, very bearish looking. And a lot of the technical analysis is pointing towards a somewhat extended bear trend. In more uplifting news, we have an official launch of the Tron testnet. To a lot of people, this isn't that big of a deal, as a testnet is really just an initial piece of the puzzle here, and we don't have a fully functioning ecosystem or even the basis for that yet. We're just really testing the underlying framework. We're still a while away from getting what we really need here, which is a mainnet and then functional tokens on that mainnet. But the reality is that this is good progress. So if you're part of the Tron fam and you've been riding, you will be excited to know that this right here was posted in the middle of Times Square on the NASDAQ screen just as recently as a few hours ago. But I'm sure at least a few people looked up, recognized Tron TRX, and either invested or got more excited to take out a position here. It's not a bad thing to see from Tron getting some mainstream exposure. And Audi announces plans to use blockchain to bring more transparency to its global supply chain. This doesn't come as a huge surprise, as other German car manufacturers such as BMW and Mercedes have announced plans to use blockchain to help their operations insofar as the supply chain, but also other areas such as data transfer. We also heard Ford announce plans to try to use cryptocurrencies to help fix traffic by essentially paying cars to get off the road. It's very interesting. We're seeing a lot more forays into the blockchain world by car manufacturers. We think there's a lot of ways that blockchain can help, not only in the supply chain management, but also the production process, data management, and even with this sort of car-to-car incentive system. Very interesting stuff, and it's certainly an area that's going to blossom over the next few years. We'll be keeping you up to date as more big brands choose to use blockchain for various innovative purposes. And KickChat, along with their Kin token ecosystem, announced a partnership with Unity gaming engine. This is very exciting, as we've heard now Unity partnering with not only the engine coin, but now they're partnering with the Kin coin, or the Kick Foundation, which is launching one of the biggest scale ICOs that we've actually seen. Their chat app has quietly amassed a few 100 million users across the world. As their app matures, they could be one of the most vibrant ecosystems for buying and trading cryptocurrencies, as they're going to enable their users with wallets that support the Kin token as well as many others. others. It's very exciting, and seeing them go into Unity games is even more exciting. We just covered the Engine coin not too long ago, and they did a very similar partnership with Unity. Essentially, Unity is like the Photoshop for creating video games. It's a program that you can use to really easily create very vibrant, futuristic games. This means that very easily game developers can just add support for the Kin token or the Engine coins, and this means that inside video games, people will have access to all these cryptocurrency and digital asset economies. This is a big leap forward, and Kin's partnership just makes it very clear that this whole video gaming crossover with cryptocurrency is only just beginning and might turn out to be something totally huge. And if you can believe it, MailChimp is shutting down newsletters that have to do with cryptocurrency. So as you can see here, Andreas Antonopoulos is explaining that there are 2 instances of MailChimp shutting down accounts that are tied to cryptocurrency newsletters. One of them is called Week in Ethereum, which was essentially a weekly update on Ethereum. And the second is called Cryptocurrency Jobs, which is just a job board for the cryptocurrency or blockchain world. And they're both getting shut down by MailChimp. Talk about a centralized authority infringing upon your rights. While details around this story are still pretty sparse, the fact that MailChimp is shutting down a newsletter, not an advertisement, nobody's paying to surreptitiously attract attention from unsuspecting internet goers. People have opted in to receive news from a specific source, and you've decided that that news is no longer worthy of your system. So dishonest, and it really goes against our understanding of free speech. There's nothing untoward about supporting cryptocurrencies. We believe in technology, guys. This is really weird, and the fact that they're criminalizing cryptocurrency honestly just speaks to the strength of the technology and the influence over our economy that this technology is going to have. This is just very sad that it's coming in this form. I think MailChimp should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. And on a much lighter note, it's the stock market that's really devastated. Despite cryptocurrency woes, the US equity market fell 6% March 19th through 23rd, while European stocks dropped 4% and Japanese by 5% in the same period. Now, in Bitcoin land, that is not a big deal. Obviously, 6% fluctuations happen by the hour. But in the mainstream stock market, to have that kind of a fluctuation is catastrophic and absolutely one of the worst things that could happen, as traditional companies don't grow and don't recover at the same rate as cryptocurrencies and emerging technologies. Honestly, this is really bad, and it could explain the slump that we're seeing in the cryptocurrency markets. Honestly, failures in the fiat market and the traditional investment world only work to speed up this process. So even though this might be extremely painful in the short term, hopefully this leads to extraordinarily positive growth in the medium and long term. Thanks so much for being with us here on FUD TV. If you enjoyed this broadcast, don't be afraid to smash that like button. It really helps us and YouTube know you enjoyed the content. Of course, if you're an investor or enthusiast in the space, subscribing to our channel is not a bad idea, as we do multiple videos each and every day. Once again, I'm Elio Trades. It's been an absolute pleasure having you with us today on FUD TV, and we'll catch you very soon on the next episode.